Call of Duty Zombies is very deceiving. What might seem like a small spin-off in a very popular video game series to the untrained eye is actually a deeply layered world of incredible storytelling, covered in Easter eggs, ciphers, and seemingly unending twists and turns. There's just something about COD Zombies that keeps us gripped, and has fans discussing the meaning and future of the franchise online for years. And that's for good reason. Some of these mysteries and Easter eggs are discovered years after the game released. I've scoured the earth far and wide in search of these mysteries, and in this video I even included some of my own. So without further ado, let's go down the rabbit hole together and take a look at the unsolved mysteries of COD Zombies.
That's the wrong number!
On the map 5 in Black Ops 1 there are these big screens. Normally they display images of the Pentagon and satellite photos. However, if you turn on the power, then go back to the spawn area and disable the lighting in the game via console commands, suddenly the screens reveal a hidden message. 847.01. What makes it extra strange is that this takes place in Black Ops 1, where the story is all about the numbers and what they mean. Now from what I can tell, this might be some sort of failsafe for a missing texture. However, normally missing textures don't contain numbers, but are often bright and noticeable, so that the developers won't forget about them. The only other thing I can think of is that it could be some sort of value, like RGB or transparency, but those types of values never go that high. So what could this be? Are these meaningless numbers, or did a developer leave a hidden message for us?
Hey, yo, what's my name?
On the Black Ops 2 map Transit, we were first introduced to the Victus crew. This crew that we would follow and play as were Samuel J. Stuhlinger, Abigail Misty Briarton, Marlton Johnson, and Russman. Yeah, we still don't know his name after 12 years. After working for Broken Arrow, a group that was trying to prevent another zombies outbreak, great job on that by the way guys, Russman became homeless and started suffering memory loss. Now we do know that Russman is his last name from the comic books of COD Zombies because he is referred to as Agent Russman, but that still leaves us with his first name missing. And because the Victus crew's storyline seems to be stranded on Tak der Toten in Black Ops 4, unless they make a sudden comeback, we'll most likely never know the answer to this mystery.
I'm reading the book, man. I'm reading the book.
Now I gotta warn you that once you know this one, you can't really unsee it. During video game development, assets like 3D models, textures and sounds get reused in order to save time and money. And the interesting thing is that when you're playing the game, you almost never notice that you've seen the same object before. To illustrate this point, let's do a simple exercise with this bookcase from Black Ops 2. If you had to guess, how many times do you think you can find this exact bookcase model on the map town? It's okay, take your time to guess. Okay, got it? Lock it in. The answer is 6. You can find this bookcase 6 times on this tiny map. Isn't that crazy? But what's even crazier is that I lied. It's 10. You can find this bookcase 10 times on this tiny map. What's even worse is that in 12 years of playing this map, I never noticed. And you probably never noticed it either. And you want to know the funniest part? This isn't even the mystery. No. The real mystery is that this exact bookcase model can be found in every Treyarch Zombies game between World at War all the way back in 2008 to Black Ops 4 in 2018. Maybe they thought, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, but that clearly isn't the case here. I've searched a lot of zombie maps for it, but due to time constraints for this video and not wanting to go insane spending days looking for a broken bookshelf, I had to stop. So there's a good chance you might run into one that hasn't been discovered yet. Now don't get me wrong, I don't expect this broken bookcase to give us a lot of answers, but it does pose a few questions. Mainly, why? Is this really just lazily copying and pasting the same asset for 10 years, or is there more to these broken shelves? On the Black Ops 4 map Dead of the Night, there are these fire traps that you can turn on to kill zombies. The wonder weapon on this map is Alistair's Foley, which can be upgraded twice. First to the Chaos Theory and then finally to the Alistair's Annihilator, which is used during the main Easter egg of the map. In this particular Easter egg step, you have to shoot a charged shot of the Alistair's Annihilator at an active trap, which will turn the fire blue, that you can then use on fireplaces on the map. So what's so mysterious about this? Well, if you don't upgrade the wonder weapon all the way and shoot a charged shot with the Chaos Theory at the fire trap will turn green instead of blue, and nobody has been able to figure out what to do with it. It seems a bit far-fetched to just be there as a cool looking but meaningless effect. Perhaps it was part of a cut Easter egg. Or maybe there are still some secrets left in Black Ops 4 Zombies for us to find.
It's not true. That's impossible.
If Call of Duty Zombies was an airplane, the impossible Easter egg would be DP Cooper. In 2015, Jason Blundell, the game director of Treyarch at the time, revealed in an interview with Tech Insider that he was going to include an impossible Easter egg in the upcoming video game Call of Duty Black Ops 3.
And the community keeps on finding them and keeps on decoding them. So going into Black Ops 3, I'm fed up now. And I'm going to really put one in that you guys can't break. And they'll be hidden in different arenas and you won't get this one.
Just to put the relationship that Jason Blundell has with the Zombies community in perspective, during an interview with Mr. Ruffle Waffles, people noticed that he was blinking quite a lot. This led to people translating his blinking to Morse code. This might seem absolutely insane, which it is, but it turns out that they actually got a message out of it that seemed to make sense in relation to COD Zombies. For years we were basically left in the dark about what the impossible Easter egg was, where to look, or if it even existed in the first place. But quite recently this all changed and now we have two leading theories thanks to Skyt Init and Glitching Queen. Both of these videos are in the description, but to give you a quick summary of them, Skyt's theory is that the impossible Easter egg is linked to this image found in the map The Giant. The reason for this is that the gun in the middle of this hypercube is the KN-44. This gun can be found in many strange locations throughout Black Ops 3 and has baffled fans for many years of what the true meaning is behind these strange appearances. He made the connection between the gun and the hypercube by discovering that hypercubes use K- cubes and N- cubes.
It all hit me at once. The KN-44 is not a name. A hypercube is made up of K- cubes and N- cube. When displaying a standard hypercube, it is written as K-4 or N-4. Combine those together, what do you get? The KN-44.
Glitching Queen's theory is that the impossible Easter egg is located on the map Der Eisendrache. On the map there are these books in different locations that all have very strange titles. One of these books features the name John Dee, who was a famous cryptologist. One important thing about his ciphers is that he leaves a signature in them, 3 T's on top of each other. And as it turns out, when she put all of the book titles underneath each other in the order of the files in the game, we see 3 T's on top of each other.
Another thing he does is he uses double A's on top of each other to signify the top or bottom part of the center beam of a cross. And if you look above the 115, you do have a double A.
Again, this is Jason Blundell we're talking about, so calling this a coincidence would be a disservice. I highly recommend you check out their videos because they do an incredible job explaining it. So the good news is that after years and years of searching, we finally seem to be getting somewhere. The bad news is that Jason Blundell stopped working for Treyarch after Black Ops 4 and is very hard to reach. He doesn't have any social media, so even if we find the answer, we can't be sure if he's actually gonna come out to confirm it. Also, just to make it clear, please don't try to contact Jason Blundell about the impossible Easter egg. I'm pretty sure he gets hundreds of emails and messages every day asking about it, so let's not add to that.
Technology!
On multiple Zombies maps there are jump scares, with the first one being on Mob of the Dead. If you go all the way to the roof of Alcatraz and look with a sniper at the fireworks, you will be presented with a jump scare. The identity of this person has been a mystery for years, and the Zombies community can't seem to agree on who this person is. The biggest contenders are Pablo Marinas from the map Tectorton, Nero from Shadows of Evil, Danny Trejo from Call of the Dead, or Russman from Black Ops 2. The problem is that they all seem to make sense at first glance, but the more you look, the bigger the differences become. The nose is either too narrow, too wide, the eyes are a different shape, or it just doesn't even make sense time-wise. Now personally, my money is on Nero, giving the connections between Mob of the Dead and Shadows of Evil. For example, you can see the plane from Mob flying in the sky of Shadows. We also know from radio messages that a reporter from Morgue City, the place where Shadows of Evil takes place, interviewed Stanley Ferguson, the prison guard seen in the opening cutscene of Mob of the Dead. We also know that the mob characters are from Morgue City. Not only are they mentioned by name by Jackie Vincent, but we can also find a laundry ticket belonging to Sal DeLuca. Now don't get me wrong, this doesn't prove anything. All of this simply makes it plausible, but still not very likely at all. Hopefully, this mystery will be answered one day.
Pretty Buzz. That fool.
About a year ago, being the zombie nerd that I am, I decided I wanted to buy some merch. Things have gotten a bit better over the last few years, but for a long time, the best thing you could find was just this Zombieland Funko.
Oh, brother!
Well, that and Mega Bloks. For some reason, Mega Bloks, a knockoff Lego brand, has presumably a license with Activision for Call of Duty. You like Mob of the Dead? Well, get ready for Block of the Dead, cause wow, this looks like simply touching it will give you radiation poisoning. However, upon closer inspection, in the bottom left corner you can see coordinates. This was kind of surprising to see, seeing how out of place they are. When looking up these coordinates, it sends us to Mega Bloks HQ. Seems pretty normal, right? That is until you look at the rest of the Call of Duty line. Every single product has coordinates on them. Some lead to a very normal neighborhood, but then there are a few that lead to very strange locations. It seems like only the Call of Duty products by Mega Bloks have coordinates on them. Now, this could just be some graphic design intern pasting them on the boxes because coordinates look like they belong in the military. However, there is a small possibility that this is geocaching, something that has become very popular over the last few years. It's an outdoor game where people all over the world hide gifts in small containers for others to find. And the participants use, you guessed it, coordinates to locate them. So, who knows? Maybe there is some hidden treasure out there waiting to be found. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. And if you want to see more content like this, then you can subscribe. It is free, I promise. I've got a bunch more unsolved mysteries, so let me know if you guys want me to make a sequel. Black Ops 6 is already on the horizon, and I have a feeling a bunch of new mysteries are coming along with it. So stay tuned. I hope you have a great rest of your day or evening, but for now, bye bye.